What's up, guys? So we're back. Got the Alfa up on the jack stands. Well, on the jack, but haven't put jack stands on yet. We're gonna do some work. Stay tuned. Alright, so second time's a charm. I've recorded this video once. Unfortunately, we didn't get very far. Come to find out, just like any other car, there's multiple sizes of brakes and options and blah blah blah. Well, long story short, ordered the wrong stuff the first time. So this did not make it on our wedding vacation. We just got back from Pensacola Beach. We got married on the beach. It was fabulous. Took the 3 kids down and some family, and we tied the knot finally. So here we are, back at it. I was unable to acquire rotors quickly, and well, I need this car to go to work, so we're going to do quick pads on it. Hopefully. See if that works. So none of my local parts stores has any parts for this car. So I went on Rock Auto and I got these. And this is for 2017 Alfa Romeo TI Sport. Hopefully. The other ones I had are Power Stop Evolutions. Those were just a little too thick, so hopefully these ones are the right thickness. I do have front pads and rotors to do as well, but I've been looking at the stock Brembo brakes for the quads, and so I might just upgrade. Now, a little bit of information. The brakes on these, on the TIs and the TI Sports and the others, they are Brembo as well, I found out. They're just not the 6-piston or 4-piston options. They're just normal. On the back here, it's a single piston caliper. I haven't pulled the front off to find out what that is, but that'll be a whole nother video. So, for these, your lugs, which are not nuts, they're a lug bolt, they are a 17mm. So we're going to pull that off, and then if you're doing rotors, I'll show you some stuff about that too. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this wheel off, and I'll be right back. Okay, when you pull the wheel off, don't do what I did and pull your sticky magnet or your sticky weight off. I have to stick that back on. Not a big deal, but it sucks. So, if you are doing the rotors, which I really should, so I will be doing them at some point here soon. That little guy, it's your retainer for your rotor. It is a 5mm, so go ahead and pull that off. On your caliper, your brake sensor goes right here, and the sensor on the pad comes through here, right over to here, and just slides right on. So just slide that right off and unclip it. It's just a normal clip. So super simple. And then right here you have a cap there and a cap on the bottom. And those ones, I believe, are 7mm. So I'm going to go into my trusty little kit, mess it all up, grab a 7mm. Nope. Yep, 7mm. So grab a 7mm, and I'm going to go ahead and pull those off, and I'll show you some more after I get that done. Now I got those 2 bolts out, well, loosened, and they're out. This guy, just pull it, and then it will pull out of there. It's kind of hard, so I typically stick a screwdriver right there and pop it out. Right like that. Now don't lose that. Some pads come with new ones, some pads don't, so hang on to that. So your pads just pull right off. And see, that one is truly bad. And that's why I need rotors. But unfortunately, I can't find any yet, so we'll get those done some other time. Now, your piston does screw back in. And there's actually a kit for that. So I will go grab that and I'll be right back. And I almost forgot. The official, unofficial sponsor of this video is Surge. It's the nectar of the gods. Drink it. Anyway, this right here is the snap-on disc brake caliper set. This part number if you really want it. Or, that's Mac Tools, I should say. And it has this little guy, some grease, and then these little guys. So, those little lugs stick into those, right like that, and then with that tool, it spins this piston as it puts pressure on there to get it back into its home. It drives it back home. So these are the new brake pads. I'm going to unpackage them. I'll be right back. So these are your brake pads. The one with the sensor and that little spring guy goes on the back. Okay. This one with nothing goes on the front. So when you do these, it just slides right like that. Okay. Just right like that. And that front one, so see these grooves? Those grooves are in the back too. So it's super simple. Now sometimes I'll coat grease right here, both on the front and the back. The shims on these are pretty nice, so I'm probably not going to worry about it. But I might. I'm going to go get some grease, I'll be right back. And that's it, so just a nice coating of grease. To this point, hopefully you've already pressed that back in. Again, we'll put this together. It's tough one-handed. So it goes like that. And then you put it like that, line those lugs up with the indents, and you twist it. And it'll press that back in. But at this point, you're going to send that wire through there. And they sent the wrong brakes again. Now, when you go to do your brake service, go to your menu, go to car, go to settings, go to driver assistance, and brake service. You'll have to do that in order to do your brakes. And there you go. Okay, so I got it all the way compressed. Apparently my caliper piston was not all the way pressed back in, so I got that done. And we got these back on. So now we're gonna thread that wire back through there. Unfortunately, the brake line, the rubber molded one, isn't very long, so you really don't have a whole lot of options with the brake caliper. I'm gonna go ahead and get this brake caliper on, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, and she's on. You kind of have to maneuver it with both hands. That's why I didn't video it. but I always slide the piston over just barely, and then start sliding the front over, and it works pretty good. So now, see that recess? You just slide it right on like that. Grab this guy. Oh, there it is. And plug it in. Make sure it snaps into place, which it did. So I like that. That locks on there. So now I'm going to grab the pins, and these pins, lube them up real good. Put some lube in there, some grease, because this is what your caliper slides on, and if those freeze up, then you're gonna have problems prematurely. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some grease on these and get this buttoned up. I'll be right back. So about the easiest way to make sure you get grease in there is I shove the grease gun end in there where the pin goes, and I just squirt a little bit in there and then move the pin around, and as you can see, it's greased pretty good and it moves nice and freely. So we'll tighten those down. I couldn't find torque specs, so the torque spec of any mechanic, it's a couple ugga duggas. Obviously you don't want these too tight, but and then I'll torque it a little bit after that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one on, and you can see a little bit of grease came out, and I'll be right back. Next, grab my caps. Those are important. Keeps water, dust, sand, snow, salt, keeps all that out. Now, if you do have to remove your rotors, there are 2 bolts down here. Okay, one here and one directly below it. You can see it down there. They are a inverted E-Torx. I believe it's a 14 mil 12 point fits. It's not the right one for it. If you have the E-Torx, use them, but I'm not sure where mine are. They're somewhere. Actually, I have one right here, but it's not the right size. Oh well. So we're going to use that, and we're going to tighten those. I did loosen them when I thought I was doing the rotors also. Now, this fun guy. Easiest way I found is to start it like that, okay, and then get that one in there. Then you're going to use a screwdriver or something, typically put that one in there pretty nicely and do it right like that. Just make sure it's all the way in there everywhere, and you're done. But again, I'm going to tighten these down and then throw your wheel back on. Make sure your e-brake's off. This is an electric one. That's what that part of that motor is right there. Otherwise you'll have problems. Mine wasn't disengaging all the way, so that was part of my problem. But I'm going to go ahead and get this buttoned up, get over to the other side. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so brakes are done. Awesome, not that hard, just like any other car. Not too difficult. If you have any questions, comments, shoot me a message, leave me a comment. That's cool. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna finish some things, and I might make another video and do an oil change quick on this thing. It's easier than you might think. But like, subscribe, comment, ask questions. Deuces, everybody.